So this video is finally here, and I'm so sorry it took me so long to get this video up. And I've basically individually typed out all of your questions. I'm going to try and get through them as quickly as possible. First question, were you rebellious as a child? I don't think I was rebellious when I was really small, but definitely when I got to my teens, I went through like a bit more of a rebellious stage where I just went out like weekends and came home late and tried to sneak in and all that kind of good stuff. What did your parents think of YouTube? They loved it. I actually told my parents before I uploaded my first video. I didn't get them to watch it or anything. I just told them, look, this is going to be something I'm going to do and I'm really going to enjoy doing it, and I've been watching YouTube for ages, and they absolutely love the idea. Dad was a little bit skeptical about me doing things on the internet for the world to see. Mum was a bit like, go for it, if you love it, just do it. Tell us a secret. Secret is I do actually have a boyfriend now. My parents don't know. Obviously if they watch this video they will now know. Hi Mum. I have a boyfriend now, and that is all I'm going to say for now. A girl asked me a question saying she basically lied to her friends about liking a boy at school because he was being kind of mean and picking on her and stuff, and she basically said, I've now told my friends that I don't like him. Is it really bad to lie to my friends even though I still like this boy? I just think sometimes you have to do what you've got to do just to make your life a little bit easier. I probably would have done exactly the same thing and made out like I didn't like the guy, because that's the kind of thing that I do. What do you like about being Indian and what do you not like? In terms of being Indian, I love Indian food. The thing I don't like about Indian, I feel like generally this is whole big fat generation gap where things that people do in this country which are classified as like normal, i.e. moving in with a boyfriend before you're married, these kind of things are not seen as normal in like Asian culture, and I think our generation of children is going to be entirely different. Certainly if I have children, if they want to move in with their partners before they're married, then that would be absolutely fine with me, and therefore I'm going to be a very modern mum. Your favourite makeup item? At the moment it's actually my baby lips in orange. I don't know where it is, but it's like the orange one with the cherry flavour. My favourite perfume is Marc Jacobs Daisy. If you could ask your future self one question, what would it be? The question I would definitely ask myself is, are you happy? I don't think there's any other question I would want to know in the future. Your first ever job and how did you get it? I worked in Boots as a Saturday like assistant at the cashier. I just literally went in one day and asked them if they were looking for anybody to do like Saturday work, and I gave them my CV, and within like a week I heard back, and then I went for an interview, and then they basically gave me the job. Best thing in your life so far? Passing my exams I recently just took, YouTube, and my family and friends. Tips for living at uni? I did actually make a whole video about university experience and stuff, and I did put loads of tips and stuff in that video, but the most important things to come out of it are to be safe, label your food, and take laxative with you for those people that keep drinking your orange juice. What are you most excited about in 2014? Definitely meeting some of you guys at iMats if I go this year. My general kind of career stuff hopefully is going in the right direction, and my relationship is definitely something I'm quite excited about this year. My celebrity girl crush is Kim Kardashian. I'm sure there are lots of others. Favourite comedy movies are White Chicks and Bridesmaids. Favourite flavour of popcorn is sweet and also toffee. Favourite Bhangra dance? I really didn't understand what this meant, but I kind of just figured you wanted me to do like the light bulb dance. I didn't really understand the question. If you were a shampoo, what scent would you be? Either I would make a shampoo smell like Marc Jacobs Daisy, or the Aussie spray-in conditioner, like the leave-in conditioner that Aussie do for your hair. If they could make a shampoo that smelled like that, it would be amazing. Do you love peanut butter or hate it? I absolutely love it. Would you ever skydive or bungee jump? I've actually been told not to do any of those two things. I have quite a strong history of retinal detachments in my family, so I've been told by consultants in the past that I shouldn't be bungee jumping or jumping out of planes. I love the idea of skydiving. I don't like the idea of bungee jumping because I don't like the idea of like falling forwards. It just doesn't really appeal to me. Biggest fear in life is not being happy and losing my family. If you could spend a whole day in the world of a book, what book would you pick? I would actually go for something like Superman. Like, I don't even know if Superman's a book, but it should be because I would love to be flying around. Favourite book is To Kill a Mockingbird. Which Disney prince would you marry? Definitely Eric from The Little Mermaid. What inspired you to become an optician? I've actually made a whole video about my career and why I chose to do that career. I'll put all these videos in the link in the you know. What's your favourite colour? Purple's my favourite colour. Advice for bullying. I'll probably have to do a separate video for this, but my number one thing is like, tell somebody. Just tell somebody, seriously. Do you like monkeys? Yes, I love them. Favourite memory? My first school and the friends I made in my first school. I was really, really young when I left. I was in like 11 or 12 when I left. So at that time, I didn't have a mobile phone. I didn't have email. Everything sucked. And it was really hard for me to keep in contact with them. But some of them I found on Facebook. Do you like scary movies? Which ones are decent? I have to say Exorcist is the one that scared me the most. Exorcism of Emily Rose is another one that terrified me. And The Grudge is another one where I absolutely shat myself. And I think everybody in the cinema could smell my shit. Funniest uni story? I don't really have any like funny specific stories, but every single night I went out with my flatmates, because they are like the funniest bunch of people I've ever met. Every night was just absolutely hilarious that we went out. Do you think the past defines us? I don't think the past should define you. I think it makes you the person that you become. So I think people change, and I don't think anyone should ever be judged on their like past stuff, because we all grow and change as people. I'm really sorry that I'm just like running through these. Favourite follower, favourite following. I don't really know what this meant. I don't know if it meant like favourite subscriber. I love everybody. I don't really know how to answer that question. If you could find out what age you were going to die and how you were going to die, would you? Definitely no. Life is way too short to be living in fear. Favourite celebrity? I know she's not been around for a really long time, but Princess Diana is like one of the most inspiring people in the world. And she is, I don't think anyone can kind of get to her level in terms of like how amazing she was. I don't really do the whole celebrity thing. Like, you know, the Kardashians I watch because they're entertaining and they argue and they're pretty, but I don't really think they inspire me because they don't really do that much. I'm gonna get loads of hate for that, aren't I? Do you enjoy filming and uploading? Of course I do. I wouldn't do this unless I absolutely loved it. What most annoys you? What's your biggest pet peeves? People that don't brush their teeth or people that don't eat gum. Like, that really frustrates me. I just think, don't talk to me. Don't come near me with your smelly breath. Any Asian skin or makeup brands that you know of and like? Do you know what? I don't really have any specific makeup brands that are like for Asian skin. I tried this like skin lightening thing under my eyes once. It was a complete gimmick and I would never use it ever again. Who is your celeb crush? Again, someone that isn't around anymore. Mr. Paul Walker was the most gorgeous man on the whole planet, and that is it. What song do you never get tired of? This is like an oldie but a goodie, and it's Hanson and Umbop. For those of you that are too young to know, because this song came out when I was like 12, type in Hanson Umbop. So MMMBOP, like best song ever. Best compliment you've ever got? To be honest, the best compliment I've ever got is from you guys telling me that I inspire you. And also, you know, people that say I had a really shit day until I watched your video. That is just like the most amazing compliment in the world. Have you ever met another YouTuber, guru or subbies? I did meet a couple of you at IMATS, and obviously I've met Zukri and obviously Kishan Tanner and Harry Pereira are friends of mine. Favourite places to shop in London? I don't really shop that much in London because I don't actually live in London, but I love Jane Norman, and I know that the branches are all closing down, so I go to Jane Norman, I get a lot of stuff online, and I probably will have a Jane Norman haul coming up. Places you want to visit, would like to go travelling. Australia, Brazil, Thailand are definitely like on my list of places I want to go quite soon. What town did you grow up in? A town called Hungerford. No one's heard of this town. No one knows where it is. No one's ever Googled it because it's just one of these little towns that nobody ever heard of, but I was tiny little town called Hungerford. My middle name is Surendra. Basically, as Indian people, you take your dad's name as like your middle name, so like Trisha Surendra Patel. When I get married, I will take my husband's first name as my middle name, and that will be my new name. Favourite store is definitely Boots. I could spend like all day in Boots. It's like Christmases come at one go when I'm in Boots. Favourite makeup brand is MAC. Do you prefer eating or sleeping? I say definitely eating because I'm definitely a foodie. One superpower that you could have: being invisible whenever I wanted to. What's your background? I've just put like British, Indian, born and bred in the UK, parents are from Kenya. Speak any other languages? Yes, Gujarati, Gemchor. Coffee or tea? Definitely a tea drinker. Which product are you looking forward to buying? Basically, I really want a Michael Kors handbag for my birthday. My 30th is coming up like in April, and I'm just so excited because my parents are like, we'll get you a handbag if you want one. Favourite topping on pizza? I'm quite happy with just cheese. What's your favourite emoji? The little yellow thing that goes... I basically send that to everybody. If you could learn a different language fluently, what would it be? Chinese and Spanish. Favourite food is definitely cheese. Drugstore foundation that you use? Do you know what? Drugstore foundations have never worked for me. so I would never use them. The only thing I end up doing with my drugstore foundations is mixing them into a moisturiser and making like a tinted moisturiser, because they just don't match my skin, they get greasy, they slide off. Do you believe in horoscopes? Not really. I think they make people think the wrong things, and I think they give people false hope. Favourite drugstore makeup brands are Maybelline and Revlon. Favourite song at the moment is Justin Bieber's Confident. What kind of parent would you be? I think I would be a really disciplined parent, but I would be really affectionate as well. How do you stay confident? To be honest, I don't think I am. I have made a video on like my insecurities and confidence and stuff like that, so I will kind of put that in the description bar below. If you went to jail, what would it be for? Fighting for somebody in MAC for a product, like that would probably be the one thing that I would go to jail for. And if she, you know, if she left it on the floor or dropped it, I'd probably pick it up and I'd just run. If I looked in your fridge right now, what would I see? Yogurts, raspberries, bread, milk, eggs, pickles, probably a little bit of cheese, probably some pasta that I made for lunch. What helps with under eye wrinkles and crow's feet? I don't know, because I have them, but I'm gonna try the Origins eye cream, and also egg white. My mum always tells me to use egg white on my face because it stretches out the skin. Can you start vlogging? Definitely something I want to do, but I really don't have time. Like, if you guys ask me like regularly enough, then I probably would feel like forced to do it. But if you don't ask me, and a lot of people don't ask me, then I just think you'd probably just get really bored. Most embarrassing moment, when I was on holiday trying to impress some boys and had my makeup on, like me and Imaan, and we were trying to impress these boys about 5-6 years ago. Looked really good on holiday. And then we went to this spa thing where the guy was doing like facial on us. And we had to take all our makeup off, and then he made us wear these purple hairnets, and then he put these dirty yellow towels on us, and then these boys walked in. And we were like, ground swallowing moment right now. When are you planning a meet and greet? Maybe in the summer with Kish and Harry. Like, thumbs up if you want me to do a meet and greet. Best thing about living in London, I don't live in London like exactly, but I think the best things about London are like the places to eat, things to do, plus I've got lots of family there as well. Commute, should I commute to university or should I stay in halls? I would say definitely stay, because you've got the most chance of like making friends. You're going to be around, you'll be able to go on nights out, and it's really hard to do that when you're living at home. What do your parents think of your personal embarrassing videos? I said they love it, because my parents are really modern, they don't really care about that sort of stuff. My mum thinks if these videos help people, then just carry on making them. If you were not an optician, what would you be? I actually wanted to be a police officer when I was like younger, and I still think it's something I would have considered doing, but it's not really the Indian thing to do, so I probably would have done something business related, but I really don't know what. But someone said to me, and they said this in a really long way, so I'm going to shorten it, but basically someone said if they were doing a job and I came home every day and it was causing me pain and sciatica and pain in my legs and I was uncomfortable, would I carry on doing the job that I love, or would I choose a different career? My answer for that would be, if you absolutely love doing it, do it as a part-time thing, and then maybe find something else that makes you money. Favourite Bollywood actress? Priyanka Chopra, Rani Mukherjee, and I love the way Bipasha Basu looks, but I'm not too sure about her acting skills. If you could switch minds with a male celebrity, who would you pick? I would actually pick Justin Bieber, because I actually want to know what goes on in that little boy's head. I shouldn't say little boy, but he is a little boy compared to me. I actually want to know what he generally thinks about the press and what he thinks about girls and what he thinks, and basically, does he think he's great, or is he actually quite modest underneath? Like, I'd want to know. Update on the creepy date guy. My answer to that is which guy? Basically, he's gone. Favourite movie? Steel Magnolias, the original one with Julia Roberts. Do you speak Hindi or Punjabi? No, I don't. Favourite YouTubers are Makeup Geek, Beauty Crush, and It's Judy Time. Funniest high school memory is when my friend fell up the stairs on the stage when she went to collect a sports award. It was absolutely hilarious. If you could date a celebrity, who would you date? I would probably date Zayn from One Direction, because I got a secret crush. Favourite males and female YouTubers? Male would be A Online, and female, like, there are just too many to choose from. If you haven't seen A Online, if you don't like profanity, don't watch his videos, but he really does have me in stitches. If you watch the Kardashians, which one is your favourite? Kim is my favourite. Do you and your sister always get on? We never used to, but now we get on really, really well. How to choose the uni you want to go to? I'm going to make a whole nother video on this because I can't do it in like one sentence. How many kids do you want? 2, maybe 3. Would you date Kish and Tanner? This made me like really giggle, because I thought people would know that I am more than 10 years older than Kish and Tanner. I'm like 12. I'm like probably 11 years older than Kishan, and Kishan is like my little brother, and I do not think of him in that way, and I'm pretty sure he would be absolutely mortified if I asked him out on a date. How do you stay so skinny? I'm really not skinny. Like, I am actually like a little chubber. I am doing healthy eating. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be seeing like all my random meals that I keep putting up there, like all my healthy food I'm doing. I'm trying, somebody asked me to do like an ongoing like healthy video diary thing. I've tried to do it, but sometimes when I look really sweaty, like I really don't want to film, but I've tried to film as I go along. Would you ever come to Newcastle? Yes, maybe one day. Best and worst things about being an optician. Best is like definitely helping people, the one-on-one with patients. The second, the worst thing is just the bad smells that some people really smell quite bad. If you could only wear one colour forever, what would it be? Definitely black. What inspired me to make my channel? I've done a whole video on why I started making YouTube videos. Do you ever wish you were taller? No, not really. I've learned to love my height and I love everything about it now. Would you rather wear no makeup for the rest of your life or never remove your makeup? So this question, if my makeup was to stay on like perfectly and it didn't budge and it didn't come off, then yes, I would probably want to leave it on all the time. If my makeup was going to look like shit and I'm going to get panda eyes the next morning, then no, I'd rather not wear any makeup at all. Are you ever going to get married? I hope so. Are you ready to get married? Not maybe yet. Somebody mentioned, I said in a video that I had an apprentice at work and she was basically doing an MVQ in customer services, and she's actually finished, she's passed, and hopefully we might keep her on a bit. Also, somebody asked me about the responsibilities that she's got in the opticians. She basically just works as a normal optical assistant, so she answers the phone, she helps people choose glasses, she does the pre-test measurements, she orders contact lenses, she unpacks the deliveries for me, she does whatever any other member of staff does. One thing in your wardrobe that you can't live without: my Hollister and my super dry hoodies. I cannot live without. What is my comfort food? Is cheese. What beauty product makes you feel pampered? I would definitely say face mask. How do you maintain fitness and healthy eating? I don't, but I'm trying to right now. My cringe hairstyle as a child was when I basically had boy hair. Basically I was born with like 4 hairs on my head. My mum was like, you had no hair, we were a bit concerned, and then as your hair grew, it kind of grew into like a boy cut, so I had like boy hair for ages. Favourite celebrity style? I'm going to say Sammy from Beauty Crush. I know it doesn't say YouTuber, but she is technically a celebrity now. What brand do you think is overpriced? I think NARS brushes are kind of overpriced. Nervous habits that you have are biting my lips. Favourite time of the year is definitely the summer because we don't get enough of it in the UK. Favourite quote to live by? I really don't know, but it should be something about loving yourself before you can love other people. Are you East Indian? No, I'm from Gujarat, which is like on the west side of India. Something you regret the most? I should have been single at uni. That is like one of my biggest regrets. I didn't make as many friends as I could have done. I didn't give people the time of day because my boyfriend was quite protective at the time. Something you wish you'd done when you were younger that you can't do now is I wish I was a little bit more confident back then. That would have been really, really great to help me like start at school and college and everything. What do you do in your free time? I film and edit. How do you think you've grown in YouTube? Amazingly. I never thought I would hit like 19,000 subscribers. I never thought 19,000 people would watch in total, to be honest. And then like my subscriber number is just changing every day and it's scary, and I really hope I can get to 20,000 by my birthday, which is April the 20th. I will probably do a whole nother giveaway. Worst thing you've been through? Basically in my life, the worst thing that's ever happened to me so far is my younger cousin, so 25 years old, committing suicide, which really unexpected. How do you deal with judgy brownie aunties and uncles? That's just a whole nother video, I think, love. Do you have a preference of what ethnicity you would date? No, I would date anyone. Longest relationships, 2.5 years. Have you ever crossed paths with any of the weirdos that you've been on your bad dates with? No, thank God I haven't, and it would be really embarrassing if they ever saw my videos. What would you buy if you won the lottery? I would definitely get my mum and dad to quit their jobs, and I would pay their mortgage, I would pay my sister's wedding, and I would pay for my mum and dad to have a holiday around the whole world. Sweet food or savoury? Definitely sweet. Tips on being shy? Again, probably a whole nother video for that. Will your sister be in more of your videos? Yes, she's quite reluctant to be in anymore because she's a little bit difficult like that, but hopefully she'll be in some of my holiday vlogs when I go on holiday in May. Favourite eyeshadow is MAC's Rice Paper because it goes with every look as a highlight. Would you consider doing dare videos in the future? Oh God is my answer to that. I don't really have the girl balls to do them yet, but maybe one day. Favourite character in EastEnders is probably Janine. Love to hate her. Would you rather have boobs for feet or feet for boobs? Is the answer to that question. Favourite musician is Ed Sheeran at the moment. Best friend's name? How long have you been friends? My best friend's name is Imaan and we've been friends for 9 years. She recently recently moved to New York, so I made her a whole video to say bye, and if you haven't seen that video, it gets quite emotional, so maybe you should watch that video. Favourite countries: Barbados and Sri Lanka are 2 countries I absolutely love. It was just incredible, incredible, incredible. Name of my uni and schools: I went to Aston University in Birmingham, and I went to St Gabriel's in Newbury, and then I went to Piper's Corner in Great Kingshill. Are you a morning or a night person? Definitely a night person. If you could only use one makeup product forever, what would it be? Definitely concealer. If I'm allowed to squeeze another one in there, I'd say lip balm. One thing that made you smile today is definitely reading your guys' comments on my videos. One thing you could change if you could change something in the world is I would feed all the starving children in the world. When they show those adverts on TV with those children that don't have enough food, honestly breaks my heart. How are your underarm lightening process going? It's not really going very well. I don't like using the coconut oil under my pits because it just doesn't smell that nice. Can you make another video on uni and your experience? Yeah, if you guys want to ask more questions down below, I will happily make other videos. School tips and friends, bullying, bitchy girls. I'm going to do a whole separate video on like the whole school issue that we have with bitchy girls. What's your motivation to help others on YouTube? I never had a big sister, so I wanted to be like other people's big sister. Favourite matte lipstick is Girl About Town. Important things to take to uni, and again, a whole nother video. Can boys and girls be friends? Yes, definitely. I've got loads of guy friends. I've got more guy friends than I have girlfriends, and there is nothing going on. There never has been anything on. Nobody fancies anyone. They are like my family, and that is the truth. Guilty pleasure: Cheese and One Direction. Dream car is an Audi R8 Spider. How did you meet the guy that you're dating right now? I actually met him online on a dating site. Out of all your videos, which ones did you enjoy making the most? The chatty ones, Imaan's video for when she left, and also the Harlem Shake. How do you deal with jealous brown girls? Again, a whole nother video. What do you miss about being in school? The no responsibility thing and having weekends free, like, because everybody else seems to have weekends off and then I have to go to work. How do you know if a guy likes you? I did a whole video on this, by the way. Someone asked if it's a really shy guy and you don't know if he likes you. I've made a video on things that guys do when they like you, and also just ask his mates if you're not sure. Last page is tell us a joke. Why should you never invite an Indian to a football match? Because every time there is a corner, he will open a shop. Boom, boom, One beauty product you'll still be using later on in life is the apricot scrub. One compliment I'd give myself and one criticism. One compliment is I'm definitely like a loyal friend. And number 2, I hold grudges, and that is really bad, and that's something I should stop doing. What was your childhood like? It was amazing. Can you do a video on highlighting? Yes, possibly, but I really don't think I'm very good. Which naked palette would you buy if you could buy any of them? I'd still go for Naked One. Worst thing you've ever eaten is like my grandmother's homemade pizza. She was trying to copy Domino's and it was just disgusting. What inspires you is making my parents proud. That's what keeps me going, and that's what makes me motivated. Where would you go on your next vacation? I'm going to the Gambia in May and I'm so excited. I'm there for like 12 days. How many subs will you have by the end of the year? I don't know. Like, someone asked me this and I really don't know. What would you be doing if you didn't make YouTube videos? I would still be working at Specsavers because that is what I do. How long did you go to college for to become an optician? I went to university for 3 years. 5 years time, where do you see yourself? Maybe married with my own business, hopefully maybe 1 child by then. New favourite hairstyle is definitely like the punk rock chick look that I did a tutorial on. Please tell us about your new boyfriend. My answer for this is he ain't ready. Like that's all I've written for this, because he really isn't ready to be shown to the world. He's a bit scared. Favourite mascara? I bought some new mascaras like the other day, showing them in a tutorial. Hopefully you'll like these. Are you going to do YouTube full time? Yeah, I wish. And that was like my last question. And now I feel absolutely shattered, and I will see you guys in the next video.